The Grandson's Revenge. The pews were so empty that the echo of my own footsteps sounded like an accusation. I, Eliza Hampton, 79 years old, stood alone beside the mahogany casket that held Jeremiah Abraham Hampton, my husband of 48 years, the only man who ever called me Lizzie Girl when nobody was listening. White lilies choked the air. Jeremiah hated lilies. He said they smelled like waiting rooms where hope went to die. He wanted backyard roses, the stubborn red ones he pruned every March, but the funeral home only had lilies, and I was too hollowed out to argue. Behind me, 42 empty pews. In front of me, one pastor who kept glancing at his watch. At the back, Demani, 22, my only grandson, filming on a cracked iPhone propped against a hymnal. He hadn't asked permission. He just gave me the smallest nod. I'm here, Grandma. I see this. The organ played a hymn nobody sang. I stared at the casket and counted heartbeats instead of blessings. When it ended, the young funeral director, couldn't have been older than 30, name tag trembling on his lapel, whispered, "Mrs. Hampton, we can wait a few more minutes if." "We will not wait," I said. My voice cracked like ice on a puddle. Jeremiah hated indecision. So we rolled him out alone. Demani followed with the tripod. The sky spat cold October rain that couldn't decide whether to commit. That night I found the bourbon, the 23-year Pappy Van Winkle we bought the day Kaylin graduated MBA school. We never opened it. For when the kids finally come home for good, Jeremiah had said. I opened it now. One crystal glass. I toasted the recliner that still smelled like his aftershave and the silence that finally matched the size of my grief. My phone buzzed. Kaylin, 10:47 p.m. Sorry, Mom. Flight delayed in Miami. Tell Dad I love him. I'll call tomorrow. Anaya, 10:52 p.m. Can't talk. On the yacht with sponsors. We'll FaceTime when signal better. XO. I opened Instagram instead. Anaya's story, champagne spraying across a sun-drenched deck, her teeth flashing like she'd won something. Caption, living my best life #blessed #sorry not sorry. Kaylin's story, selfie in a private jet, caption closing 7-figure deals while the world sleeps #boss moves. I took another swallow of bourbon. It tasted like smoke and every promise they ever broke. The next morning I called Attorney Owens. Everything to Demani, I said before he finished hello. House, cabin, accounts, stocks, the land in Clayton County. All of it. I wanted ironclad. Owens exhaled like a man who'd seen this movie before. Eliza, they'll contest. Let them choke on the paperwork. Demani didn't know yet. He was asleep on my couch, shoes still on, phone dead on his chest from filming the empty funeral all night. I covered him with Jeremiah's old army blanket and whispered, "Your grandfather always said the harvest belongs to whoever shows up to plant." 3 weeks later I was dead. Not metaphorically. Actually dead. The doctor called it widow's heart, the medical term for when grief finally wins. I felt it coming the night I signed the new papers. A small, polite squeeze in my chest, like Jeremiah reaching through the veil to say, "Come on, Lizzie girl. Garden's waiting." I left a voicemail for Demani at 2:13 a.m. Don't sell the roses. Don't trust their tears. And whatever you do, make it hurt just enough that they remember how to feel. Then I lay down beside the empty side of the bed, still warm from 50 years of habit, and let the darkness take me home. The reading of the will was held in Owen's office on Peachtree Street. Rain slashed the windows like it wanted in on the drama. Kaylin arrived first, Italian suit, new Rolex, the faint smell of private jet leather. Anaya next, sunglasses indoors, lips trembling beneath filler she didn't need at 39. Demani last, wrinkled blazer, eyes red, carrying a cardboard box that smelled like roses and wet earth. Attorney Owens didn't bother with pleasantries. Eliza Hampton rewrote her will on October 28, 2025. Everything, liquid assets totaling $4.8 million, the house on Cascade Avenue, the mountain cabin, the rental properties, the brokerage account, passes to her grandson, Demony Jeremiah Hampton, age 22, in a revocable trust with one condition. Kaylin leaned forward, lawyer instincts flaring. Condition? Owen slid a single photograph across the table. It was the young funeral director, Jasper Cole, standing beside Jeremiah's casket. 42 empty pews behind him. Jasper's name tag clear, J. Cole, Cole and Sons Funeral Home. Underneath, in Eliza's spidery handwriting. The harvest belongs to whoever shows up. Demony spoke for the first time. Voice raw, but steady. Grandma left me everything, but only if I use it to finish what she started. The trust pays out monthly, but there's a second clause. A penalty clause. Anea removed her sunglasses. Penalty? Demony opened the cardboard box. Inside, 2 hospice volunteer badges, crisp and uncreased. Grandma recorded every excuse she gave the funeral home. Jasper kept the voicemails. They're public record now. He pressed play on his phone. Kaylin's voice, tinny, Mr. Cole, rescheduling a $3 million deal for a Tuesday funeral is impossible. Tell my mother we'll do a memorial later in Miami. Anea, breathless, I'm literally on a yacht in the Exumas, the signal is awful, just cremate him or whatever. The room filled with the sound of their own cowardice. Demony closed the box. Here's the deal. The trust stays locked for 1 year. If Uncle Kaylin and Aunt Anea complete 2,000 hours each, that's 1 full year, of bedside hospice volunteering at Grady Memorial, the money stays mine. If either of you quit, miss a shift, or get written up, the entire estate reverts to the Jeremiah Hampton Foundation. Every dime. Forever. Kaylin laughed, a sharp bark. You're 22. You can't. I can, Demony said. Grandma made sure. And Jasper Cole? He's the trust lawyer now. Turns out he quit the funeral business last month. Stage 4 pancreatic. 6 months, maybe less. He'll be your first patient. Silence so heavy the rain sounded gentle. Anea's voice cracked. You want us to wipe asses and hold dying hands for a year, or lose everything? Demony met her eyes, Jeremiah's eyes. No, he said softly. I want you to show up. For once in your fucking lives, just show up. Week 1. Kaylin lasted 4 hours. He stormed out after an old man with dementia pissed on his loafers. Demony got the text from Jasper at 2:14 a.m. Jasper, your uncle just threatened to sue the hospital. Shift terminated. Clock reset to 0. Kaylin's Rolex ended up in a pawn shop on Moreland Avenue by sunrise. He needed rent, his firm fired him after the funeral livestream hit 22 million views. Hashtag Empty Pews Hampton was trending for 9 straight days. Anea lasted 6 hours. She threw up in the parking deck after holding a woman's hand while the machines flatlined. But she came back the next day. Hair in a messy bun. No makeup. No sunglasses. Month 2. Demony moved into the Cascade house alone. He kept Jeremiah's recliner exactly where it was. Every night he sat in it with the bourbon bottle, still half full, and played the funeral footage on loop. 42 empty pews. Over and over. Like penance. He didn't cry anymore. He was saving the tears for when they earned them. Month 4, Christmas Eve. Kaylin showed up drunk at 3 a.m., pounding on the door. I sold the Benz, he slurred. Sold the watches. I'm sleeping in my office. Let me in, Demony. It's Christmas. Demony opened the door but blocked the threshold. Clocks at 312 hours, Uncle Kaylin. You missed 12 shifts. I held a veteran while he died. He called me son. He pissed himself and called me son and I didn't leave. Demony studied his uncle, tie askew, eyes bloodshot, hands shaking. Tomorrow's Christmas, Demoni said. Mrs. Delgado in room 412 asked for someone to read the nativity story. She's blind. You available? Kalen's shoulders sagged. I'll be there at 6. He was. He read until his voice gave out. Mrs. Delgado died at 7:42 a.m. holding his hand. Kalen didn't wash it for 2 days. Month 6, Jasper's decline. Jasper Cole was down to 98 pounds. Skin like tissue paper over bones. He refused morphine some nights just so he could stay lucid enough to sign the trust reports. Demoni sat with him every evening. You know, Jasper rasped one night, your grandma scared the hell out of me that day. Stood there alone like a queen in mourning. I kept thinking, if my kids ever do this to me, I hope somebody burns the world down for me too. Demoni poured water into Jasper's cracked lips. She didn't want the world burned, he said. She wanted it remembered. Month 8, the breakdown. Anaya found Kalen in the hospice parking lot at 4 a.m., banging his head against the steering wheel of a 2009 Honda Civic he'd bought for $800. I can't do this anymore, he sobbed. I held a 16-year-old kid while leukemia ate him alive. He asked me to call his mom. She didn't answer. Just like I didn't answer Dad. Anaya, scrub stained with someone else's blood, crawled into the passenger seat. I held a woman who weighed 72 pounds, she whispered. She apologized for being a burden. Kept saying sorry to her kids who never visited. I saw my face in her eyes, Kalen. I saw us. They cried until security asked them to leave. The next morning they both showed up early. Clock ticked past 1,400 hours each. Month 10, the letter. Demoni found it taped under Jeremiah's recliner. Eliza's handwriting, dated the night she died. Demoni baby. If you're reading this, I'm gone and you're angry. Good. Anger is honest. But remember, revenge is a dish that should leave the chef still able to taste mercy. When they've done the hours, when they've held the hands and wiped the tears and sat with the dying long enough to hear their own heartbeat break. Let them go. Not for them. For your grandfather. He always said love looks like showing up. Even when it's too late to matter to the one who's gone. It still matters to the one who stays. Burn this letter when you forgive him. Or don't. Either way, plant something that blooms. Love always. Epilogue, 1 year later. October 2027. The Jeremiah Hampton Community Library stands where the mountain cabin used to be. Built with the $4.8 million trust that Demoni never touched for himself. Kalen runs the financial literacy program for foster kids, teaches them compound interest using the exact spreadsheet Jeremiah made in 1998. Anaya reads to the dying every Tuesday night. She brings red roses. Always one extra, she presses it between the pages of whatever book the patient loved most. Demoni tends the rose garden out back. Every spring he plants a new bush. This year he planted 2. One for Jasper Cole. One for Eliza Hampton. On the bench between them, a bronze plaque. Some people leave you an inheritance. The lucky ones leave you a reckoning. Plant something that blooms. Jeremiah, Eliza, Jasper, Demoni. Every October 14th, at 3:17 p.m., the library closes for 1 hour. Kalen and Anaya sit on that bench with Demoni. They don't speak. They just listen to the roses grow. And somewhere, maybe in the wind, maybe in the bourbon-scented air, maybe in the space between heartbeats, Jeremiah and Eliza sit with them. All present. All accounted for. Finally.